Hey, my name's Trevor and welcome to my channel, Airbnb Max Profit. Really appreciate you tuning in. I hope you enjoy the content. I am back to finish up the underwriting of this property. Last where I took off, we had just downloaded the filtered list of comps, and per usual, AirDNA lists them in revenue, trailing 12 revenue. At least the top performers show up, and there are some weird outliers that if you scroll down, sometimes you'll run into something that's like, oh, it did 90,000. Why isn't it going in descending order? Sometimes that happens, not always. This time it doesn't appear to have done that. And by and large, the top producing properties are right at the top. So what we're going to do is go down and look at those listings from top to bottom, right? I already have the first one open, and we're going to see, is this a comparable property? All right, so here it is. And what you can see here is how important the backyard is. All right, this is a top producer in the area we identified, and I think it was doing close to $200,000. And you can tell the backyard is, a tropical oasis. You got the tiki hut with, outdoor kitchen and bar situation going on. It's on a waterway, so that's also important to note. All right. As we look at the design, we can see it's well done, right? It's color coordinated. We've got the yellows and blues, right? Yellows and maybe that's purple. I'm not the best at distinguishing colors, but I can at least tell when they're the same. And, these two colors are similar to the colors that are in this background, and the color of this lamp, and then the color of this blanket, right? So there's a clear color palette that was chosen, and it really makes the photography stand out, right? And then this is really nice furniture. Let's see what kind of amenities we're dealing with. Okay, we got the putt-putt golf out there, above ground hot tub. Good staging with the photography, hot tub light on when they took the pictures, bocce ball. So a really, not just a tropical backyard, but a fun backyard with lots to do, or you can just lounge, really cool places to lounge there. Poker table, all right? And, somewhere abouts here, there's a waterway, all right? So while this is not the perfect comp in the senses, we can't replicate this. We can't just install a waterway on the backyard. And the backyard is also not as large in the subject property as this one is. All right. Nonetheless, we do have a pretty good sized backyard, and we can take some cues from this property on how to stage and design both the interior and the exterior for success. All right. And so I would go ahead and pick this as my first comp. And I'm also going to take some notes about this property on what stands out the most to me. So this is our first comparable property, right? And my standout amenities is tropical backyard oasis. Maybe that's a redundancy, but I'm gonna just go ahead and put that in there. Lots of outdoor gaming and lounging, waterway, professional interior design. Standout color scheme. All right, just some points that stand out to me. And as far as things we're gonna do here, clear out my template. And just thinking, the large overall budget for the backyard that you can do a lot of different things with, I think you could easily put $50,000 into that backyard, right? So backyard oasis, let's just call it 50,000, all right? If you did 20,000, that wouldn't be, you could probably put together some really cool stuff, but I want to get this property to peak profit. All right, what's the most that it could possibly make given the infrastructure that you have, and without doing a lot of rehab. Now landscaping is borderline rehab, at least it can be, but this is where I would focus the bulk of my efforts. This is the main point I'm getting at. So I want to leave a healthy budget for the backyard to do some really cool stuff. All right, let's check out another comp. Normally I have multiple screens. I'm doing this all in one, so you're going to see weird things pop up as I go from one thing I want to show you to another. All right, so we have another backyard that is exceptional, right? And also some pretty exceptional interior design. Okay, a lot more, I guess, chaos going on here. Busy, but it's working. That's what's important. All right. Updated to modern property, accent walls, wallpaper, rugs that stand out, sheets that stand out. There's a lot of green leafery in the design here. Look at this wall, and then with the black and white, it's blue and brown. All right. So that seems to be the general color scheme around here, and it does make the pictures pop. Accent walls make the pictures pop, make the space just more inviting. Notice the TVs are on with some pretty cool stuff on them. Outdoor shower. I'm gonna go ahead and just write that because I think we saw that in the last property too, and it's just a good little note to have. Usually a sign of a really cool place to stay. All right, so I would think that's included in this 50,000. So just kind of ideas to help, point you in the direction of, well, what does a backyard oasis look like? It's got an outdoor shower, cabanas, day beds, water feature in the pool, mini golf. Second time we've seen that. Second time we've seen a water feature in the top two properties. So I think those are. Do we have cabanas or day beds here? I mean, it's decent furniture. At a minimum. So let's go ahead and put those notes down too. All right, so we want a pool water feature, day beds, chase lounges, shade, umbrellas, pergola, etc. Come with a Tesla? Charger EV. All right, so it's got an EV charger. Not a bad idea to offer it. Little 3D space plan, at least exterior looking one. That's pretty cool. All right. Again, really good examples here of what works, and it's clear as to why it's working. Now, I have not checked data integrity yet on this listing or the last one, so let's do a quick check on that. This is only a 3-bed, 2-bath house, 69 reviews, and the guest favorite. So in order to be getting the revenue that AirDNA claims on this property, you need to have a lot of bookings behind you, typically. So they do. They have that. They kind of pass that test. The calendar needs to look like a short-term rental calendar with sporadic blocked dates, right? Patchwork of blocked dates. You should see zero consistency in the forward-looking calendar, or like a complete block would indicate that owner is using it for some other use than a short-term rental. So I'm not seeing anything like that. And let's also look at review recency. 5 days ago, 2 days ago, 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago. So we get a lot of recent reviews too. So it passes all the tests to suggest to me that this is a full-time Airbnb, which is what AirDNA is really good at measuring. And so I do trust AirDNA's measurement of the trailing 12 revenue of this property. This one is also guest favorite badge, 75 reviews. Also only just a 3-bed, 2-bath home. It's the 3-bed, 2-bath homes that are killing it. The subject property has got an additional bedroom. All right, 2 weeks, 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Plenty of recency in the reviews and an inconsistent forward-looking calendar, patchwork of block dates. That is how short-term rental calendars behave. All right, no consistency. Okay, so that's, I'm going to say that this second one is also a comparable property. All right, so I'm going to mark this as my number 2, comparable property. All right, we want 3 more. You can look at the first 2 and say like, okay, I get it. I see what works, right? I've just found that it's good to complete this exercise and just go through 5 times, find 5, you're reinforcing what works and what doesn't. because you'll also see some stuff that's not working as well as the top competitors. And it just really gives you a more intimate understanding of the market that you're competing in. Just repeat this a few more times, right? It's like, I feel like I got a good idea of what it would take to make this property look great and compete well, but I'm going to keep drilling that into me before I say, here's what I think you can make and here's what I think you need to do. And here's why. I am getting plenty of ammunition.